Welcome back to the Profitable Mindset Podcast, everyone. Today, we're going to be tackling a question that's been kind of swirling around the financial world lately, and that is, will AI replace financial advisors? And it's a hot topic. It's a little unsettling, frankly. We're already seeing AI making waves in finance, right? I mean, robo-advisors are popping up everywhere. Algorithms are trading stocks at lightning speed, and the headlines are full of promises and warnings. But can AI really replace the human element of financial advice? Well, I've got an expert here today to help us break it all down.
Yeah, it's a complex issue, and the hype can be overwhelming. I think the first thing we need to do is take a step back and really define what we mean by, financial advisor. It's much more than just picking stocks and managing investments.
Exactly. There's a whole human element that goes way beyond just numbers.
Absolutely. Think about what a financial advisor actually does. They're crafting personalized retirement plans. They're helping you navigate complex tax situations, maybe even saving you money along the way. They're there to guide you through major life transitions, like starting a family, buying a house, or dealing with an inheritance. And let's not forget the emotional side of things. A good financial advisor is a steady hand when the market gets volatile. They help you stay rational and avoid making impulsive decisions that could jeopardize your long-term goals.
Yeah, that's a crucial point, especially when we're bombarded with news and social media. That can trigger those emotional responses. But AI is already dipping its toes into these waters, isn't it? What are the core technologies that are driving this AI revolution in finance?
Well, there are a few key players here. One is machine learning, which essentially means teaching computers to learn from vast amounts of data. It's not magic, it's pattern recognition on a massive scale. Think about how Netflix recommends shows. Based on your viewing history, machine learning is doing something similar in finance. Analyzing market trends, economic data, and even individual investor behavior to make predictions and recommendations.
So AI is basically becoming a financial data detective.
That's a great analogy. Another key technology is natural language processing, which allows AI to understand and interpret human language. This is what powers those chatbots you see on financial websites. And it's also being used to analyze news articles and social media sentiment to gauge market trends.
So AI is reading our collective financial anxieties. That's a bit unsettling, but also incredibly powerful, isn't it? How are these technologies actually being applied in finance today? We're hearing a lot about robo-advisors, for example. Are they really the future of financial advice?
Robo-advisors are definitely a game changer. They use algorithms to automate investment management, typically at a much lower cost than traditional human advisors. They're great for beginners or those who prefer a hands-off approach. Platforms like Betterment and Wealthfront are good examples. They ask you about your financial goals, your risk tolerance, and then create a diversified portfolio based on your input. They even rebalance your portfolio automatically as market conditions change.
It sounds almost too good to be true. Low fees, automated everything, and you don't even have to talk to a human. Sign me up.
Well, robo-advisors are great for basic investment management, but they do have limitations. Imagine you're going through a divorce, or you've suddenly inherited a large sum of money. These are complex situations with emotional and legal considerations that require a level of personalized guidance that a robo-advisor just can't provide. And let's not forget about market downturns. When the market takes a nosedive and fear is running rampant, many investors need that human reassurance, that voice of experience, to help them stay the course. A robo-advisor, no matter how sophisticated, can't replicate that empathy and understanding.
So it sounds like robo-advisors are a great tool for certain investors. But maybe not a complete replacement for a human advisor, especially when things get complicated or emotions run high. But what about those headlines about AI making millions in milliseconds? Is AI going to put human traders out of business?
It's true that AI is being used extensively in algorithmic trading, which involves using computer programs to execute trades at incredibly high speeds. These algorithms can analyze vast amounts of data, identify patterns humans might miss, and react to market changes in microseconds. This gives them a huge advantage in certain types of trading, particularly high-frequency trading.
So it's like having a financial supercomputer making trading decisions for you.
In a way, yes. But there are risks and ethical considerations with algorithmic trading. One concern is the black box problem. Some of these algorithms are so complex that even their creators don't fully understand how they make decisions. This lack of transparency can be problematic, especially if things go wrong. Another concern is the potential for market instability. Flash crashes where the market plummets suddenly and unexpectedly have been partly attributed to the unintended consequences of algorithmic trading.
So it seems like AI is changing the trading landscape dramatically,
No.
but it's not without its drawbacks. It's fascinating, but also a little unnerving, to be honest.
Mhm.
I'm curious, how does all of this impact the average investor, someone who's not a Wall Street whiz? Let's switch gears and talk about the psychology of money. Why do we as humans make irrational financial decisions, even when we know better? And could AI potentially help us overcome these biases?
That's a great question. And it gets to the heart of why human financial advisors still play such an important role. We humans are emotional creatures, and those emotions often influence our financial decisions, sometimes for the worse. We're wired to hate losing money more than we love winning it, a phenomenon known as loss aversion. This can lead us to hold on to losing investments for too long or sell winning investments prematurely. We're also susceptible to herd mentality, following the crowd, even when it's leading us in the wrong direction.
It's like our brains are working against us
Yeah.
when it comes to money.
It can certainly feel that way. And this is where a human advisor can be invaluable. They can help us understand our own biases, develop strategies to mitigate those biases, and provide that emotional support we need to stay on track.
So it's like having a financial therapist, someone who understands our money-related anxieties and can help us make rational decisions.
Exactly. A good financial advisor knows that managing your money is not just about numbers. It's about understanding your psychology, your values, and your long-term goals.
This is getting really interesting. We've covered a lot of ground already, but I want to dive deeper into a few key areas. Let's start with the cost factor. Everyone wants to save money, right? Can AI actually help us save money when it comes to financial advice?
The cost of financial advice is a big concern for many people. Traditional human advisors often charge a percentage of assets under management, which can be expensive, especially for those with smaller portfolios. Robo-advisors, on the other hand, typically charge a much lower fee, often a flat monthly or annual subscription. So in terms of upfront costs, AI-powered solutions can definitely be more affordable.
Yeah, that's a huge plus, especially for younger investors who are just starting out.
Yeah.
But are there any hidden costs we should be aware of?
There are always trade-offs to consider. With robo-advisors, for example, you're typically getting a more standardized approach. They're great for basic investment management, but they may not offer the same level of personalized attention or expertise as a human advisor. And if you need help with more complex financial planning, such as estate planning or tax optimization, you may still need to consult with a human expert, which can incur additional costs.
So it's not just about the initial fee, it's about making sure you're getting the right level of service and expertise for your needs.
Exactly. It's important to weigh the pros and cons and to consider your own level of comfort with technology and DIY investing.
This is really helpful. I think we're starting to get a clearer picture of how AI is impacting the financial landscape. But I'm curious, can AI actually predict the future? I mean, can it tell us when the next market crash is coming or when to buy low and sell high? I know everyone's hoping for that magic formula.
If only it were that simple. AI is definitely being used for predictive analytics in finance. It can analyze vast amounts of data to identify patterns and trends that might indicate future market movements. It's been used for risk management, fraud detection, and even algorithmic trading strategies.
So it's like having a financial crystal ball, but maybe one that's a little cloudy.
That's a good analogy. The problem is that the market is incredibly complex, and it's influenced by a multitude of factors, many of which are unpredictable. Even the most sophisticated AI can't account for every variable, especially those black swan events. There's unexpected occurrences that nobody could have foreseen. Think about the 2008 financial crisis or the COVID-19 pandemic. Those events sent shockwaves through the market that even the smartest algorithms couldn't have predicted.
So we still need to be realistic about AI's limitations. It can give us insights, but it can't guarantee future outcomes.
Exactly. Prudent investors understand that risk is inherent in any investment and that diversification and a long-term perspective are key to weathering those inevitable market storms.
Well, that's a reassuring thought. We've covered a lot of ground today, but I feel like we've just scratched the surface of this fascinating topic. I want to dive deeper into the potential benefits and drawbacks of AI in finance. Specifically, what are some of the hybrid models emerging that combine the best of both worlds, AI and human expertise.
That's where things get really interesting, and that's what I'd like to discuss next.
Great. I think our listeners will be eager to hear about these new models, and I'm particularly interested in how these innovations are empowering individual investors.
Yeah, these hybrid models are really, they're really shaking things up in the financial industry. Essentially, they combine the power of AI with the personalized touch of a human advisor. Think of it like having a financial co-pilot, where AI handles the routine tasks, and a human advisor steps in for the complex decisions and those moments when you need emotional support.
So AI is like the efficient assistant, crunching the numbers and keeping things organized,
Yeah.
while the human advisor is the strategic guide and confidant.
Exactly. Let's say you're a busy professional with a growing family. You need a financial plan, but you don't have the time or expertise to manage every detail. A hybrid model could be perfect for you. AI could handle things like rebalancing your portfolio, sending you regular updates, and even flagging potential issues based on your spending patterns. But when it comes to making major financial decisions, like buying a house, saving for college, or planning for retirement, you'd have access to a human advisor who understands your unique situation and can offer personalized guidance.
That sounds like a fantastic solution for people who want the convenience of technology without sacrificing the human connection. Are there any real-world examples of these hybrid models in action?
Absolutely. Companies like Vanguard and Schwab are already offering hybrid advisory services. They've integrated AI into their platforms to streamline processes, analyze data, and provide insights to their human advisors. This allows advisors to focus on what they do best: building relationships, understanding client needs, and developing personalized financial plans.
So it's not a matter of AI replacing humans, but rather AI empowering humans to do their jobs even better.
That's the key takeaway here. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. In the hands of a skilled financial advisor, AI can be a powerful force for good, helping to make financial advice more accessible, affordable, and effective.
This is all incredibly insightful. I feel like we're starting to see the bigger picture here. AI is not some distant threat. It's already transforming the financial landscape in ways that can benefit both advisors and investors. But let's talk about the individual investor. What kind of AI tools are available for those who prefer to manage their own finances?
The world of DIY investing is exploding with AI-powered tools and apps. There are apps that gamify financial learning, making it fun and engaging for younger generations. There are chatbots that can answer your burning money questions in real time, 204/7. And there are platforms that provide personalized investment recommendations based on your risk tolerance and goals.
So AI is basically becoming our personal financial coach, right in our pockets.
You could say that. And the beauty of these tools is that they're becoming more sophisticated and user-friendly all the time. They're empowering individuals to take control of their finances, learn about investing, and make more informed decisions.
That's empowering. But with all these advancements in AI, what skills do you think will become most valuable for human financial advisors? What will set them apart from the algorithms?
That's a great question. And it's something that every financial advisor should be thinking about. As AI becomes more sophisticated, it's going to be able to handle more and more of the routine tasks, the number crunching, the portfolio rebalancing. So human advisors need to focus on those areas where AI falls short.
I'm all ears. What are those areas
Yeah.
where humans have the edge?
It all comes back to the human element, the ability to build relationships, to understand client needs, to offer empathy and support, to communicate complex financial concepts in a way that's clear and engaging. These are skills that AI will struggle to replicate, at least in the foreseeable future.
So the future of financial advice is not about choosing between AI or humans. It's about finding the right balance, the right synergy between technology and human expertise.
Exactly. The most successful financial advisors in the future will be those who embrace AI as a tool to enhance their own abilities and provide even better service to their clients.
I love that perspective. It's not about fear or replacement. It's about evolution and collaboration. AI is changing the game. But ultimately, it's up to us, both advisors and investors, to determine how we use this technology to create a more prosperous future. But before we get too philosophical, I want to bring us back to a practical matter that's on everyone's mind. How can we as individual investors ensure that we're using AI effectively and responsibly when it comes to our finances?
That's a crucial question, and one that I'm happy to address.
I know our listeners will be eager to hear your thoughts on this. It's all about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
between leveraging the power of AI while staying informed and in control, right?
You hit the nail on the head. It's all about empowerment through knowledge and responsible decision-making. That's exactly right. Think of AI as a powerful engine in your financial car. It can get you places faster and more efficiently, but you still need to be the one behind the wheel, making the decisions and navigating the road ahead.
I love that analogy. So how can we as individual investors stay in the driver's seat when it comes to using AI in our finances?
First and foremost, do your research. Don't just jump on the latest AI bandwagon because it sounds cool or promises quick riches. Take the time to understand how these tools work, what data they use, and what their limitations are.
It's like reading the owner's manual before driving a new car.
Right, precisely. And remember, AI is a tool, not a magic solution. It can provide insights and recommendations, but it's ultimately up to you to make the final decisions. Don't blindly follow the algorithms. Think critically, evaluate the information, and make choices that align with your own financial goals and risk tolerance.
So it's about finding that balance between leveraging AI's capabilities and retaining our own judgment and decision-making power.
Exactly. And here's another crucial point. Don't forget about the human element. Even in the age of AI, building relationships with trusted financial professionals is still incredibly valuable.
Okay, so we're not advocating for a complete DIY approach.
Yeah.
There's still a place for human advisors in our financial lives.
Absolutely. Think about it this way. AI can be great at handling the technical aspects of your finances, but it can't replace the personalized guidance and emotional support that a human advisor can provide.
Especially when we're dealing with those big life decisions or navigating market volatility, like you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. A human advisor can help you create a holistic financial plan that takes into account not just your investments, but also your goals, values, and risk tolerance. They can also serve as a sounding board, a voice of reason, when emotions are running high or you're facing a difficult financial decision.
So it sounds like the ideal scenario is finding an advisor who embraces AI as a tool to enhance their own capabilities and provide even better service to their clients.
That's the sweet spot. Look for advisors who are tech savvy, who understand the power of AI, but who also prioritize building relationships and providing personalized guidance.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this episode, what's the key takeaway for our listeners? What should they be thinking about as they navigate this evolving financial landscape?
I think the most important thing to remember is that AI is not the enemy. It's a powerful tool that has the potential to revolutionize the financial industry for both advisors and investors. But like any tool, it needs to be used wisely and responsibly.
It's about embracing the possibilities while staying informed and in control of our own financial destinies.
Absolutely. The future of finance is bright. And those who are willing to adapt, learn, and collaborate will be the ones who thrive.
Well said. I want to thank you for joining us today
And
sharing your incredible insights. It's been a truly enlightening conversation.
It's been my pleasure. And to all our listeners out there, remember, knowledge is power. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged in your financial journey.
And that's a wrap on another episode of the Profitable Mindset Podcast. We hope you enjoyed this look into the world of AI and financial advice. Until next time, stay profitable.